Hey guys, welcome to the course. So I am so excited to be here and share my insider secrets with you guys because I need to just share right off the bat that Fiverr actually has a new update to their level system. And what that means for you is that it is going to be slightly harder to reach that top seller status, but with my tips and secrets, you guys should have no problem as long as you implement them and take them to heart. So with that being said, I want to give you a little bit of a background on how I found Fiverr, how I became a top seller, and how I started my own business from Fiverr. So basically, back in 2013, my husband and I were fresh out of college. We had started our first business online. It was kind of a bust. We found ourselves $25,000 in debt. We didn't know how we were going to pay for that, how we were going to work ourselves out of that hole. In fact, we didn't even know how we were going to pay for rent the next month. And that was a really scary and stressful time. In fact, I don't think I've been so scared in my whole life. I thought we might be out on the street or have to live in our car. So we looked online and we started searching through all these different kinds of freelancer sites. And we did a little bit of research and we thought, you know what? Because of the traffic and the price point, Fiverr seems like a gold mine. It seems like we can't go wrong with selling on Fiverr because, who can pass up like a $5 offer or a $10 offer? People spend more than that on their coffee every day. So, it just made sense to us. So, and we did, we saw a lot of people that were making good money on Fiverr, and we made sure that we researched what was selling well before we dove in and we created gigs. And we decided to go into the digital marketing and SEO niche. And it really took off for us and we did really well. In fact, I had an account before the account that I'll be showing you guys here today. And I actually got banned because I did some things that I didn't know that I couldn't do. And so it was right as I was like starting to make like $500,000 a month. And boom, I got banned. I was devastated. I was like, oh gosh, what am I going to do? And then I said, you know what? I'm going to find a way around this. And I did. And I created a new account. And now I am a top seller. And it probably took me about 6 months to achieve the top seller status back then. But like I said, Fiverr has increased their requirements a little bit since that time because there's been so many people who have decided to become sellers on Fiverr. So, but 1 year after I started on Fiverr, I was a top seller. We had worked our way out of debt. We paid off all of our debt. We were debt free. Not only were we debt free, we were able to start our own SEO company, and all within 1 year of selling on Fiverr, which is pretty amazing. And so I want you guys to be able to do the exact same thing that I did. And because I know everyone is struggling to make their first dollars online. And I have to tell you that I was so excited that those first, after I made my gig, probably it was no more than 48 hours after I made my first gig, I had cash on Fiverr and I saw that and I had orders and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. So that got, a fire under my butt to start selling and put up more gigs, be more active on Fiverr, give great customer service. And so I did all of those things because I saw that I was, it was that instant gratification. And I took all of Fiverr's tips that they gave me for being a seller and I implemented them. And because I did that, I was able to reach that top seller status a lot faster than a lot of other people. So, and I'm not even a top earner on Fiverr. I have a couple thousand reviews, but I'm not anywhere by any means a top earner. In fact, a lot of the top earners got in, right when Fiverr was starting out. They were new, so they were getting all the sales, right? But even if you're just getting started right now, today, it's not too late because Fiverr's improving every single day. And they're trying to make it easier for their sellers to be able to sell their services and make more money because the more money that we make, the more money that Fiverr makes. So if the easier that they make it for us to sell, the more money that they make too. So they've really implemented a lot of great things in the past few years. Even when I was just getting started, they didn't have gig packages. Because of gig packages and custom offerings, people have been able to make a good living just with Fiverr alone. And I can attest to that as well. So I am so ready to dive in. I do want you guys to go through this entire course if you're serious about making real money online with Fiverr. It is, like I said, the easiest way to make that instant cash online, but you do got to do things right. You got to show up, you got to be active, you got to give good customer service. But with the tips that I'm giving you here today, it should be no problem. And I do want you guys to watch everything so that way you're not missing out on any juicy tidbits that I give along the way. Because, like I said, it's a little bit harder now. So you need to give 100% so that you're getting as much value as you can out of it. And I know that if you, and I'm speaking from experience here, as someone who has had to start out on Fiverr a couple times as a new seller, I can definitely say the more traction that you get up front, so the more that you put into it up front, the easier it will be later. Because the more that you can work to get the more sales and reviews that you can initially, then that's going to help you get even more sales later. So with that being said, let's dive in. And I can't wait for you guys to get started. I do want to mention that don't be afraid to go ahead and take action as we're going through all of these things. There's no reason for you to go through this entire course and then get started. I want you to take action at each step as we're going through these things. So when I'm telling you how to create a username and some tips for optimizing that, I want you guys to go ahead and start crafting your own usernames and be thinking about what you want your username to be. And you can even, pull up Fiverr on your computer and start seeing, what's available. So just follow along with me because that's going to give you a quicker start on Fiverr, which of course is going to put more money in your pocket faster. So with that being said, let's get started.